Okay, our top story of the hour. US nuclear capable B-52 bombers have flown over the Sea of Japan alongside Japanese fighter jets in a clear show of force. Tokyo says the drill comes just days after Chinese and Russian bombers carried out joint flights near Japan and South Korea. Japan's defense ministry says the exercise reaffirms the allies' resolve to counter any attempt to change the status quo by force. It also follows Chinese aircraft carrier drills that forced Japan to scramble jets after they were reportedly targeted by radar beams. South Korea also launched fighters this week when Chinese and Russian aircraft entered its air defense zone. The latest tensions come as Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi's recent comments on a possible Chinese attack on Taiwan sparked a diplomatic clash with Beijing. China continues to claim the self-ruled island, which lies just over 100 kilometers from Japan. We're now joined by Dr. Asta Chadha. She is from Ritsumeikan University and an associate professor of international relations, joining us live from Kyoto in Japan. Dr. Chadha, it's always a pleasure. What is the message that the United States is sending by flying these B-52 bombers, nuclear-capable aircraft, with Japan so soon after these China-Russia joint flights?
Coming onto your channel to discuss this issue. I mean, for the United States, we were expecting that US would step in at some point and show both a show of force to the other powers, which are Russia and China, because they conducted a joint activity, which was labeled as a show of force by Tokyo. So we were expecting something similar to happen, at least from the Japanese side, together with its allies in the region. And so the US-Japan counter show of force is, I would say, one message to the other powers in the region, including China and Russia, that Japan is not alone. And the fact that they deployed nuclear-capable B-52 strategic bombers were flown alongside the Japanese Air Self-Defense Force fighters, in a way shows that, US still has presence and still has commitment to Sea of Japan security and the Japanese security. The second aspect of this is the fact that there were official statements from both Japan and US reaffirming their strong resolve to prevent any unilateral attempt to change the status quo by force, which is clearly aimed at, China, but also Russia, which is trying to become this, through the China partnership, trying to become more visible in the Indo-Pacific. And the third aspect to this is obviously, which is sad, which is the fact that there is heightened tension. If this tit-for-tat military maneuvering is going to go on, we don't know how long this is going to go on, and what is the kind of message they're sending in the wider region to other countries like South Korea, Taiwan, to Southeast Asia and to South Asia. Are they signaling collectively? When I say collectively, I'm talking about China, Russia, US, Japan. Do they want to signal that this is a time for military buildup? Or are they saying everyone needs to invest more in their credibility as defense partners, as powers in the Indo-Pacific? And lastly, I must mention this because, for Japan, for a long time since President Trump took office, there was this question about a US commitment to the Japanese security and East Asian security. So this show of force, I would say, solidifies this alliance further. Though this has been made, through statements several times, but this definitely enhances Japan's own defense posturing in the region.
Dr. Chadha, do you think these bombers' flights risk miscalculation, or are they a necessary deterrence given Moscow and Beijing's actions?
I mean, they were not exactly, I would say, risking any miscalculation, because remember, they were flying over Sea of Japan alongside the Japanese Air Self-Defense Force fighter jets. So there is less of a chance of miscalculation. But what is undeniable is the fact that from the US side, they were nuclear-capable strategic bombers. It does show to powers like China and Russia that not only is US capable of countering them or deterring their, aggression in the East Asian zone, but also the fact that Japan should not be seen as being left alone without nuclear capabilities, because it has the commitment and the alliance with the United States.
Dr. Charadha, do stay with us as we have further updates.